Herkese merhaba arkadaşlar. Hepinize iyi geceler. Bu özel gecede Battlefield serisinin yeni duyurular oyunu hakkında ilk bilgileri ilk ağızdan elde edeceğiz. Bakalım bolca ekran görüntüleri, hatta belki de bir oynanış videosu bile görebiliriz bu gecede. Battlefield 5'in Dünya Lansmanı yapılıyor şu anda. Birazdan canlı etkinlik başlayacak. Görmüş olduğunuz gibi 3 dakika kalmış. Bakalım yeni oyunumuz ne zaman geçiyor, nerede geçiyor, nedir, ne değildir hepsini hep beraber görmüş olacağız canlı etkinlikte. Hepinize tekrardan hoş geldiniz diyorum. Çayınız kahveniz hazırsa güzel bir, keyifli bir lansman olsun. Bakalım neler olacak yeni Battlefield'da. Evet, son 2 dakikaya girmek üzereyiz. Şu anda YouTube üzerinden canlı yayınla izlenebiliyor etkinlik ve farklı şeylerden de belki Twitch'ten de izlenebiliyordur. Şu anda YouTube'da 24.000 izleyici vardı galiba. Bakayım. 222.000 kişi izliyor şu anda canlı yayını. Dünya genelinde. Evet, ilk görseller gelmeye başladı. Xbox One, Nvidia ve Origin logolarını görüyoruz. Battlefield 5. Evet, no weapon, vehicle or gear manufacturer. Herhangi bir silah, araç veya ona benzer alet edevat firması bize destek çıkmamaktadır. Sponsor değildir. Herhangi bir silah firmamızla anlaşmamız yoktur diyor. Onlardan 5 kuruş almıyoruz. Daha önceki oyunlarda da vardı bu. Herhalde insanlardan tepki çekmemek için yapıyorlar böyle bir açıklamayı. Bir makyöz var. Evet, bu Güney Amerikalı mıydı? Ünlü sunucu, komedi show sunucusu Trevor Noah. Evet, Battlefield tarihini 16 yıl geçmiş. 16 yıl üzerine bir sürü oyun çıktı.
I'm geared up, ready to go. My squad's out there, so let's deploy because we are live in London. Let's get the show started.
Şu anda Londra'da canlı yayında bu deneyimi elde etmek üzere toplandık. Battlefield'ın 16 yılı. Şu alttaki bardan bir kurtulabilirsem. Bunlar eskiye dair oyunlar. İşte Battlefield 3, 4, Modern Savaş, Battlefield 1 gördük bir ara. Bad Company görürüz belki. Evet, Bad Company. Bu da uzak gelecekte geçen 2142 miydi, öyle bir şeydi. BF2. Bakın nereden nereye gelinmiş. Görsellere bakın. Vay vay vay. Pikselli 1942, Vietnam 2142, Bad Company'ler, Battlefield 1'ler, 2'ler, 3'ler, 4'ler. Herkes hoş geldi. Ben Trevor Noah, canlı yayını sunuyorum. Neden 5 değil de V oldu, V harfi oldu?
In their profiles for this game, something my mother did many years ago ahead of the curve. And most people don't know this, but the V in my name is actually a 5.
Yine başladı.
Yeah, my name is actually pronounced
espriler yapmaya.
Noah. Very unique. As a huge fan of these games, I've always loved how captivating the battlefield is. And today, you'll see that Battlefield 5 has the most immersive battlefield ever. If you've ever been in a battle with me, you know that I'm the most dedicated support class you will ever meet.
Şu ana kadarki
I'm in the
en
mud,
etkileyici
repairing tanks.
Battlefield 5
I'm laying down mines as tank
olacağını
rushes come
söylüyor.
in. One time, I even repaired a plane mid-air that might be alive, but I'm sticking with it. Because you see, I love that glorious joy of being the uncelebrated hero in a battle. And this game is going to have tons of moments like that. There are so many new and exciting features coming to you in Battlefield 5 that
Evet, birçok heyecan verici özellik birazdan açıklanacak.
Multiplayer, Battlefield 5 single player war stories and we'll start showing you
Senaryo modu savaş senaryosunu göreceğiz. Multiplayer'dan detaylar göreceğiz.
And you know we've got some other surprises, so why waste time? Let's get
Ve
straight into it and get the show
birkaç
started.
da
I'm joined now
sürprizimiz
by the
olacak.
producers of Battlefield 5, Andreas Morel, Ryan MacArthur and Lars Gustafsson, everybody. Gentlemen,
O kupalar güzelmiş.
I'm not here as a professional anything. I am here as a gamer. I am here as a Battlefield player.
Evet,
I'm
burada
here to ask
profesyonel
you
bir
the
oyuncu
questions I'm
olarak
interested in.
bulunmuyorum
You have
fakat
made a horrible mistake.
I knew it, I told you.
Let's start at the beginning. You are taking players back to where the Battlefield franchise started, World War II. Now, at this point, are you like those guys, you know, those elderly pilots that they find on an island in the Pacific, you know, who think that the war never ended? Is that who you are right now?
It did. It ended. You told me.
We tried to break it to you gently, Lars.
But Lars, why go back to that now?
To be honest with you, it's really, I mean, we yearned for years to go back to where it all started about 16 years ago. And, you know, technology
16 yıl öncesine döndüğümüzde
gained so much experience that this is really the
teknolojiyi bilirsin,
that we did.
bayağı bir deneyim kat ettik o zamandan bu zamana.
Really passionate about the whole era. Just ask Mr. Battlefield, he was there.
O bunlar yeni oyunumuza ait görseller sanırım.
By the way, I'm known as Madame Battlefield. Now, players have experienced World War II in so many movies and in games. It's really difficult to come up with a new and fresh perspective. What perspective are you bringing to it with this version of Battlefield? Andreas, will this be more Saving Private Ryan or Inglourious Basterds?
So we've seen all the movies, you know. We play the games.
Her iki filmi de Ryan'ı kurtarmak ve diğerini de izledik tabii ki.
Half of France with our map just by playing the games. so for us going back to where it all began for us is really about delivering World War II experience that no one's never seen before. Really kind of hitting on the unseen locations, the untold stories.
Evet, her şey İkinci Dünya Savaşı deneyimini daha önce hiç yaşamamış şekilde aktarmaya çalışmamızla başladı. O konsept artları. Böyle tarlalar olacakmış demek ki. Surlar falan var. Evet, daha önce hiç görülmemiş görseller.
You've given me a sneak peek.
Gerçekten oyuncuları şaşırtacağımızı düşünüyoruz. Umuyoruz.
Powerful. Ryan, do you have a specific way that you want players to see this Battlefield?
Well, I think the best way we can describe it is immersive. I mean, this needs to feel like the most immersive battlefield that players have ever played. I mean, we want them to exploit the battlefield in ways they've never been able to before. I mean, when you look at the chaotic multiplayer that the franchise is known for, and sort of fan classics like Conquest, and some of the new modes that the guys are working on, like Airborne. You know, we're going back with war stories, sort of that.
Evet, oyuna çok kaotik bir ortamda başlıyoruz multiplayer'da. İşte yeni modlar göreceğiz.
I mean, we get to tell everyone today that co-op is back in Battlefield 5, and that's a huge thing for us. And this is just the beginning. I mean, launch is just the beginning for this game, and we really want to take players on a journey through World War II.
It always feels like it's a journey. That's what it always feels like with Battlefield. Like, one thing I loved about the game was how the maps in the world was constantly changing. You know, it felt like my bedroom at home. I never knew what to expect. And I think when looking at this game, Andreas, what's your vision to take this to the next level?
So we're really building on what we started with previous games. It's really about giving players the most immersive world that they could enter. You should really be grounded in it. Expanding on the movement set that we've done so well, really pushing all these new features that we're going to be talking about.
Right, it sounds great. I'm genuinely excited. I have a few highlights that I'm looking forward to. Let's dive into it and talk about some of the gameplay. Here to do that is Daniel.
Evet, şimdi biraz da gameplay'den bahsedelim.
In Battlefield 5, we're expanding
Sanırım
the
gameplay
toolbox
geliyor.
for the player. giving you access to new
Daniel
abilities
Berlin.
to create your own and brand new battlefield moments. Now there's a deeper connection between the player and the world
Evet,
around you.
oyunculara
You will
kendi
be physically
yeni
pushed
deneyimlerini
by the
yaratmaları için
shockwaves from explosions.
farklı
You can
şeyler
experience
oluşturduk.
completely new ways
Yeni
to
bir deneyim
traverse
oluşturduk.
and tactically maneuver across the battlefield with our overhauled movement system. Our renowned destruction will rip up the terrain, leave chunks of masonry hanging from destroyed buildings, or have high caliber rounds ripped straight through walls to take out enemies.
Evet, binaları
hiding inside.
patlatmakta kullanabileceğiniz
We're also bringing
yöntemlerden
back classic
bahsediyor.
modes, such as majority rule conquest, but we also have new modes and experiences
Conquest
for our
gibi klasik
unique
modların yanı
take
sıra
on World War II.
ayrıca
Bringing
yeni
back
modlarımız da
operations
var.
with a bang, and we're calling it Grand Operations. Here
Evet,
you'll experience
yer
multiple
operasyonları
game modes
var bildiğimiz
as you
üzere.
fight over multiple maps, all wrapped within our narrative journey through historically inspired battles from World War II. With
Güzel
the return
gözüküyor
of our
ya.
anthology format for single-player war stories, with new characters to meet and untold stories to discover.
Evet, senaryo modu daha önce hiç anlatılmamış
Now, Daniel just talked about a
hikayelerle
new
şey olacakmış,
multiplayer
konu
experience
alacakmış.
called Grand Operations, and I'm really excited because it sounds to me like you can pilot a giant grand piano like a tank. I'm pretty certain that's what it is, right, Andreas?
I'm not sure about the piano, but it's definitely massive. It's really about reliving all these power fantasies from World War II, like Airborne being power dropped in, and it's operations from Battlefield 1, but bigger. It's really great.
Evet, hava operasyonları Battlefield 1'den daha büyük olacak.
Impacted experience taking place over 4 fictional days. I mean, day 1 starts with you jumping out of an airplane and with the objective to destroy the enemy artillery, with that enemy sort of entrenching themselves to defend and protect. And depending on how the outcome of day 1 goes for you, as the two main forces start to battle over day 2 in a game of breakthrough, with the number of lives you have left remaining, depending on what you did the day before. And then as you continue to push on into new locations, we're going to see things like Conquest Assault, where players continue to fight for that terrain. And assuming, when we see these players end up in a
İngiliz
giant
kanalları.
stalemate, then they're going to enter day 4, which is final stand. And I mean, this is
Şu ateş
sort of
sanki Battlefield 1'de
tired,
hatırlıyorum.
muddy, no resources left. You've got just you, your squad, and one clip, and you all fight to the last man standing with the weight of the world on your shoulders.
So this is a game mode that you may never see if your games are not in a stalemate. You may never get to that 4th map and 4th story then.
Exactly.
That's an exciting way to play the game. I want to know when we can see more of that.
2 weeks. EA Play.
2 hafta sonra daha fazla
You
detaya
get
kavuşacağız.
hands-on multiplayer for the first time if you're there.
So even the reveal of Grand
Evet,
Operations
2 hafta
spans
sonra
across
multiplayer ile
multiple
ilgili
events.
ilk detayları vereceğiz.
Nice one, guys. I have to say, I heard you guys say that co-op is back. And that's one of my favorite aspects of Battlefield 1.
Şunu söylemem gerekir ki
I definitely can.
Co-op
I'm
geri
happy to
dönüyor.
say that for the first time since Battlefield 3, co-op is back, and we're calling it Combined Arms. And here it's yet another way to experience that Battlefield sandbox,
Co-op
next
geri
to
dönüyormuş.
our war stories and the multiplayer. And what we want to do here is to allow you and
Ana karakterler
the
bunlar
players to go
sanırım.
online and step into those shoes of the Pathfinders, those paratroopers that go in behind the enemy lines. And here you really only have the soldier next to you, maybe not Brian, but
Yeah,
the soldier next to you to rely upon as you move forward, since, getting detected might mean death. And you will soon be struck by resource scarcity. You need to find the tools and find your way to the objective. So stakes are high, and you need to kind of assess, can I push through or do we need to extract early? It's kind of win or lose. It's up to you.
I've been a huge fan of war stories. The
Kazan ya da
single-player
kaybet.
campaign in
Hepsi
Battlefield 1.
sana bağlı.
What I truly enjoyed about it was I felt like I was learning about the stories behind the war and playing through the stories of the war, and it didn't always end well. And what I loved is because of that history element. Like, for instance, I told my little brother, I said, hey, if mom ever catches you playing, just say this is a history class that you're doing on the console. And then what I'd do is I'd tell my mom he was going to do that so she would know that I was always her favorite.
Evet, tarih dersinde anlatılabilecek şekilde bilgiler içeriyor mu? Ben bunu kardeşime ders olarak gösterebilecek miyim? Bir şey söyledi.
Well, are they changing? I mean, to me, I'm happy that you like the war stories. And for us, the war stories are really our opportunity to put the war into perspective. It's really about those human and untold stories of the war. And we try to portray those kind of real and relatable people facing epic warfare, and it's Battlefield after all, so we'll be talking
Epik
a lot
savaşlarla
here today
yüzleşen
about
insanların
gameplay
hikayesini
improvements.
anlatmak istedik.
Player agency is key, so you can create your own battlefield moments. And at the bottom line, it's about allowing you to witness the Second World War, but through the eyes of
Kendi
men and women that changed the world.
Battlefield anlarınızı
Yeah, I mean, as you can
oluşturacaksınız.
see here, I mean, this is one of the war stories that we're going to be talking about first. I mean, this is our Nordlys story. This is the story of a young woman who is part of
Evet,
the
bu
Norwegian
genç bir
resistance
kadının
fighters,
hikayesi hakkında.
fighting the German occupation during World War II. I mean, this is an
Norveçliymiş
exploration
bu
of
kadın.
emotion and feelings.
Direniş
It's a
güçlerine
family
ait
story,
bir
right?
savaşçı.
You know, and this not only sort of really grounds the players in the reality, but sort of sets the context of the World War II that we're trying to create at DICE.
It's not often that you find stories that connect with the emotion of the characters in the story. Instead of just focusing on the explosions and the gunfire, you see that look in her eyes. You want to know what she's thinking, what she's experiencing
Evet,
in that
gözlerine
story.
baktığında ne
Why was it so
düşündüğünü
important for you to
görebiliyorsunuz.
focus on the people behind the stories from war?
Well, I
Yani
think it's
hikayelerin
important
ardındaki
to tell,
insanlara
sort of,
ne şekilde
believable and sort of
odaklandınız?
honest stories and really sort of set the context and sort of maintain that connection to the world that we're trying to create. I think it's important for people to understand where we're coming from and what our particular take is on World War II.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go back to Daniel now to cover what
Daniel'a
you
şimdi
take
geri
to the
dönüyoruz.
battlefield with you.
Battlefield sizlerle.
In Battlefield 5, we're aiming to mirror the immense arsenal of the Second World War. This was a period that saw an explosion in terms of
Dizayn
innovation
yönetmeniymiş bu
when it
arada.
comes to weapons and vehicles. You will get to fly iconic airplanes, engage
Evet,
in
ikonik
incredible tank
uçaklarla
battles, and
uçabileceksiniz.
also unleash
Tank savaşlarına
secret weapons
girebileceksiniz.
from World War II.
Çok özel
Weapons that
gizli
are
silahları
powerful enough to turn
kullanabileceksiniz.
the tide of any battle. And with the new fortification system, you can be more strategic than ever in how you choose to defend or advance through the terrain. Back to you guys.
You know, in playing Battlefield, I know everyone in the audience will agree with me, people at home as well. I've always been impressed by the level of realism in the game. I remember once I was playing with a friend who served in special forces, and we were talking about our favorite guns, and I was talking about the recoil and what I liked about the sights versus other guns. And he turned to me at one point and he said, "Oh, where did you serve?" And I felt embarrassed because I was like, "Oh, Battlefield 3, that's where I was." And instead of him being angry, he was like, "I didn't know that there was a game that was that immersive, something that really was as true to real without being a war simulation as possible." Guys, tell me about some of your favorite weapons in the game, some of the new vehicles that will be
Oyundaki
available in
sizin
Battlefield
favori
5.
silahlarınız nelerdir?
At first, just by going back to this era, the pool of hardware that we can choose from is immense. There's so much there. And for me, being a vehicle guy, it's really quite a simple choice. It's the Tiger 1.
The Tiger 1 tank.
Araçlara
I
bak.
think it's the most iconic tank from this era. I just think it's amazing.
What do you like about it? That's a weird choice for me.
Have you seen it? I think it's the best.
What, like the looks?
A bit, but also
Are you saying that? Are you checking out a tank?
Have you been in a battle with that?
Yeah, but I've never looked at it. I'm like, if I'm on the outside, I'm dying. If I'm on the inside, I'm concentrating.
Try it.
When are you looking? When are you doing
You
this?
should try a third-person camera.
And just run around the tank dying, and everyone's going to be like, "Who's that guy looking at the tank?"
It's fun. It's
Savaş
beautiful.
alanında ben ölürken diyor
I'll take your
kim
word for it.
tanka bakar?
So Andreas is a tank guy. Mr. Battlefield Laws, how about you?
I'm with you, Trevor.
Peki siz hangisine
It's weird, I
hoşlanıyorsunuz?
know. Yeah.
We've been trying to hide it. but now it's out. No, the fact that I'm also a support player. I can't hit the barn from the inside, so I need the big clips. And for me, the MG42 is really the weapon I play in the playtest.
Right, my man.
It has that
MG42
iconic
seviyorum
sound
diyor.
that
Benim
you know,
favori
that's
silahlarımdan
clear
birisi.
all over the map. And another part of it is the new
İkonik bir sesi var.
system which Daniel talked about for high caliber weapons. So previously I
Yüksek
could
kalibre
an
mermilere
impact as
sahip.
a pistol basically. But this time around it comes with a punch. So where the pistol gets stuck in the wall, I can rip through. So I can finally make a difference on the battlefield.
Hashtag no more knocking. I like this.
Yes.
All right, so we've
I'm
got a
with-
tank guy. We've got a weapons guy. Ryan?
Well, sort of embarrassing to admit, unlike Lars, I can't hit a barn, period. So for me, it's the toolbox. In Battlefield 1, all players had a gas mask. In Battlefield 5, we're going to replace that gas mask with a toolbox. So that means I can run around the battlefield with my toolbox, setting up fortifications, and sort of really changing the dynamic of the battlefield so that these guys who can actually hit something, I can offer some value on the playing field.
Wait. So fortifications, you just skimmed over that, but what is fortifications?
Well, I mean, this as a support player, I mean, I think this is something you really love. It's something I think is a great addition to the game. It really allows you to sort of, for players who want to focus on the objective. I mean, this is something you can sort of pull out your toolbox. You can build reinforcements. You can reinforce buildings that Andreas has destroyed with his tank. You can build foxholes and set up machine guns. So
Umarım bu sefer aynı Bad Company'de olduğu gibi şeyler gelir. Yıkılabilir alanlar, daha çok yıkılabilir alan olur. Onlar çok büyük çünkü
Was that in
Bad
response to
Company'de.
the gaming community? Because I know as a Battlefield gamer, I always wanted what I didn't have. So first I was going, hey guys, I need destruction. I need places to fall apart. And then at some point I was like, too much destruction, too much destruction. Like there's nothing
Daha
left.
fazla yıkım
Was this
olacak
a response?
dediniz.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of esteemed players in here in the studio today and in the community overall who, at some point, especially when we're testing, kind of, we came to a point where the level was leveled. The world was leveled and you couldn't advance. So basically, this is to counter that and give you an additional kind of toolbox to rebuild. And then you and I can come in as heroes again, and they fortify. We come there and we add an extra heavy machine gun or an AA gun. So it's kind of teamwork once again, and we are the celebrated heroes.
We are the celebrated heroes we deserve to be. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, Lars. Thank you. Now, now that we've learned about the tools, let's hear about the company. Here to tell us more, please welcome Natalie Ek.
Trevor.
Natalie
Yes, the
Hiek.
company is something that is completely new to Battlefield 5. It's your personal collection of customized soldiers, weapons, and vehicles that you can tailor and grow as you play. The company is the heart and soul
Biraz daha
of your
görsel
personal
gösterin ya.
experience,
Oynanış
and
videosu
choices
falan
you make
gösterin.
here for your company actually matters. Not only will your choices affect the way you look, but also how your weapons and vehicles play.
Bu sefer ana karakterler kadınlar da
Make sure
olacak
to
yani.
pick a soldier that complements the rest of your squad to take on the battle ahead. And during the game, adapt to the changing circumstances by calling your company and bring in the right soldier, weapon, or vehicle to suit your situation. Back to you, Trevor.
Andreas, that really sounds awesome. Tell me more about the company and how it works, because you know I know from my years in Battlefield that the group that really plays together stays together.
No, the company is
Takım
something that
olayından
really
bahsediyor,
super
takımın
exciting.
öneminden
First
bahsediyor.
time you can now create your own personal experience with the soldiers you take onto the battlefield. It's really up to you to decide how
Evet, kendi
you
kişisel
want them to play and also how they
teçhizatlarınız,
look.
işte araçlarınız ve
As you keep playing and you get better,
askerlerinizi
your soldiers will
oluşturabileceksiniz.
get better with you.
So give me an
Yani
example
4
of how
kişilik
this will
grupsa
impact me as a
4
support
kişilik
class.
grubu farklı şekillerde
You
seçebileceksiniz.
start playing with that soldier, and you start progressing him. You're going to unlock a set of new abilities, new perks, and sort of these new exotic ways to play the game as a support class. And then unlock new weapons for yourself to play with. You take that machine gun that Lars loves so much, and you level that machine gun up. You make the choices
Evet, yine
that
perkler
matter.
var.
And then
Bu
you
yeteneklerimizi
decide, well, I think this
artırmada
needs its own custom
kullandığımız.
paint job. So you sort of make that machine gun, really make it your own, and then you go in and you grab that sort of iconic support outfit that you really want to wear going into battle. You jump in with some friends and off you go.
You know, it's funny you brought up customization because I've always believed in Battlefield the team is important.
Evet,
But
customization
looking
geliyor.
badass is the
Güzel.
most important thing. I think anyone who's been in war can agree with this.
Kıyafet falan değiştirebileceğiz. Görsellerini
Please tell me that I
değiştirebileceğiz.
can
Güzel.
customize my look to be properly badass in the battlefield.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, if it's worth doing looking good.
Right.
So I think part of
Belki
the
dövmeler falan da olur.
Battlefield. I mean, what we want to do is give you the ability to create your own personal identity. So no more anonymous soldiers. This is your soldiers in their boots going into battle.
Bu sizin askeriniz, sizin botlarınız olacak, sizin kıyafetiniz olacak.
The gear that you want them to wear. I mean, this is going to feel like it's your own personal arsenal.
And obviously, I want to get as much of that arsenal as I can possibly get. How do I even begin getting all of this gear?
You play the game. I mean, for what we want players is you get rewarded for playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty short. It's whatever you want to progress towards. Your company,
Acaba bu
your
sefer
class,
Türkçe
or
olacak mı?
specific items you play the game.
Sanmıyorum
We set
ama
out
bu
to commit
Battlefield
to that
1'de
you
bayağı
always feel
iyi iş
rewarded
görmüştü
for what you do,
Electronic
whatever
Arts,
you play.
DICE.
So you just play
Türkçeleştirme
to unlock
konusunda.
these items,
Bakalım
and I
bununla
guess I
devam
have to
edecek
ask,
mi?
And I know it's a sensitive subject, but I'm still going to go there. Is this game going to be pay to win?
No.
Evet,
You
bu oyun
can't pay to get a nice
öde ve
game
kazan
advance.
sistemine
What if I
dönecek
have a
mi?
lot of money?
Yani daha fazla para isteyin.
So you won't be able to pay?
No. So
Yani
Battlefield,
ödemeyecek
it's
miyiz?
always been about a balanced rock paper scissors gameplay, and it still is. You
Evet,
really
dengeli
have to,
bir
like Lars was saying,
yapı
play
oluşturmaya
the
çalışıyoruz
game,
oynanış
to earn
konusunda.
new gear, and skill is really key.
Okay, but what about Premium Pass? Will it be one of those games where I have to shell out another
Yine
50 bucks
kaçak
6
kaçak
months after I bought
cevaplar
the game? Is
veriliyor.
that how it works?
Well, I guess I get the fun part of not taking any more of your money as well. But no, there's no more premium pass in this game. This means no more.
Yani premium pass olmayacakmış. Hadi bakalım.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank
Güzel.
You.
Premium pass
It's the
yok.
least I can do. Thank you. Yes. I mean, this means no more
Hepsi
paying for
içinde
maps,
olacak.
no more paying for modes. This is something the community has asked for. This is something the team really believes in. So what we want is a game where people stay together, they play the games together, and they get to go on this journey through World War II together.
That's beautiful. That means I finally lose my nickname, No Maps Noah. This is so dope. All right, well, it's time to learn about what happens after the game launches. So, to tell us all about live service, please welcome back Natalie and Daniel.
Evet, oyun çıkışı sonrasında
So
nasıl
launch
bir
is really
şey
just
olacak?
the beginning. Tides of War is an epic journey that you and your company will take through World War II. It will bring you an evolving, diverse game that will grow over time as we immerse you and your company in different theaters of war. Playing
Hayda.
Battlefield 5 is an experience unlike any other. It will
Diğerlerine
differ
hiç benzemeyen
from
bir
all previous
deneyim
Battlefield
olacak.
games.
Bunları
And
hep
the most
duyduk ama bu
important
lafları daha önce
thing,
de
it's open
duymuştuk.
to all players.
Bakalım
Yes,
nasıl
and there
olacak bu
will
sefer.
always be new battles, new fronts, and rewards on the
Yeni
horizon.
savaş alanları,
And by removing Premium Pass, we are
yeni
keeping the
cepheler.
community together. So this
Evet,
time,
premium
there will
pass'ı
be
kaldırıyoruz.
no expansion packs, and all players will be able to take part in the same journey through Battlefield 5. And with Tides of War,
insanların
our
aynı
players will
deneyimi
experience
yaşayabilmesi
themed
için
chapters of World War II, each spanning over several months. And these will focus on key moments that impacted the outcome of the conflict. Trevor?
This sounds to me like a wild, full ride through World War II, but Lars, like, how big of a journey will this be?
How long is the string? No, I mean, to put it into perspective, this was a world war. And, I mean, to me, it's going to be a huge journey. I mean, we want to take
Evet,
you on
bildiğiniz
that
üzere
journey,
Dünya
chapters
Savaşı
from
ve
history. And
büyük bir
at the
savaş
end of it,
deneyimini
we really
içeriyor.
want you to be
Savaş
kind
macerasını
of
içeriyor.
experiences daily, weekly, and monthly events leading up to kind of the pinnacle of the grand operations and experience to achieve those special assignments, getting treated with extra rewards. So it is about keeping it fresh and constantly evolving. Since what we see here and talk about here today is just the beginning. And as you play it through,
Bugün burada
you start to
konuştuklarımız
be
sadece
taken
bir
to a new
başlangıç.
horizon, new locations, new gameplay, and I mean,
Oynadıkça yeni
It sounds like it's
deneyimler,
gonna be one of those
yeni
experiences
oynanış
where the more I play,
şeyleri
the
elde
more cool
edeceksiniz.
stuff I can get. I get rewarded for my time. Is that going to be across different modes?
It's really simple. You just have to play the game to earn new cool gear.
Yani farklı
And
oyun
doesn't
modlarını
matter if
görüyoruz.
it's multiplayer or combined arms. Like you see here, you will be able to earn new vehicles, new weapons. It's going to be dog tags and soldier skins, weapon skin. It's all there to really customize your crew to.
Evet, silah
really
skinleri
be
de var.
standing out
Daha
on
önceki
the
oyunlarda
battlefield
olduğu
where you
gibi.
want it to be.
Right. It sounds amazing, and I only have one question, and that is, when does this all start?
Well, the game launches in October. So starting
Ekim'de
November,
oyunumuz
running through,
başlayacak.
Early 2019, we're going to start with our first chapter, which is going to focus on the fall of Europe. So we're gonna explore sort of the German mechanized war machine as it pushes its way into Europe. This is going to be live
Hadi
gameplay
biraz da
focused
Türkçeden
events. We're
bahsedin
going to have
ama
thematic rewards tied to this.
imkansız bir şey
we
istiyorum.
can't wait to talk to the community more about this between as we lead up to launch.
Well, I'm not going to lie. You guys have definitely raised my analog stick, and I think we've waited long enough. This is the most immersive battlefield yet in a World War II you have never seen before, where launch is just the beginning of the journey. I'm done talking. I think it's time we see this thing. Are you all ready?
Oh, artık görme zamanı geldi. Hadi bakalım.
Well, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time ever, the
Bayanlar,
reveal
baylar,
trailer for
ilk kez
Battlefield
görüyorsunuz.
5.
İlk trailer'ı. Hadi bakalım. Çıkış trailer'ı. Oo, Xbox falan. Dice. Frostbite. Yine aynı grafik motoru. Oo. Haydi. Tıkanma. Oo. Aha. Oha. Haydi be. Tam donacak yeri buldum. Oo, evin içinden geçti. Tamamen yıkılabilir çevre olacak o zaman. Bad Company kafasında bir şey geliyor bakalım. Oo. Görsel olarak Star Wars Battlefront 2 ayarında bir şey gelse yeterli. Hani zaten Battlefield 1 de çok iyiydi görsel olarak. Bunlar multiplayer mi acaba, single player mi? Aa, multi'den görüntüler. Oo. MG yine başrolde. Aha. Oha. Bayağı bildiğin roket attılar. Aha.
Hello, old friend.
Selam dostum. Vay. Evet, şimdiden ön sipariş verin. Ve beta'ya katılın.
Gameplay best on Xbox One.
Wow. Wow. The car, the thing, the man, the boo. You saw the thing, the man, the I hope they got insurance. That was insane. Did you see that?
We did say it.
That was, Andres, I don't feel like you saw it. I feel like you've seen it before.
Umarım sağlık sigortaları vardır.
Jumped on their back and then started shooting while moving on their back.
Yeah. It's cool. That's all I can say.
This is what happens when you live life in a tank, Andreas. That was exciting. Give it up for that one more time. That was an amazing trailer. Oh, wow. So wait, so
Şaka söylüyorum dostum, harika bir trailerdi.
Am I correct in saying there were some new animations there? There were some new moves that you could do in the game?
There's a few.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Andreas. Thank you, Andreas.
To be honest, as in, I think we should thank
Evet,
the
daha
team
önceki
back
oynadıklarımdan
home
farklı yeni
for
animasyon
helping
stillerini
us to
görüyorum.
get to this point. I think they are truly amazing, and the fans. Again, we've been waiting for this moment for so long to be able to reveal what we've been working on.
This is really packed with gameplay, and then, I mean, a lot of this is direct feedback from community, leading to a lot of these improvements. So it's a huge thank you for the support, and once again the team for doing an extraordinary job.
As always.
And I'm pretty sure the look on your face, hits the mark they're going for. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that was
yeah,
unexpected.
yeah, I'm
Evet,
excited.
yine sıra
I'm
dışı
excited.
bir
Give it up
iş
for the people in
başardık.
Stockholm, please. Let's give it up for Stockholm. Wow. Wow. Battlefield 5 launches worldwide on October 19th.
Oo, Standard Edition ve Deluxe Edition
In the
olarak iki
meantime,
ayrı şey var.
these guys
Koleksiyon yok
are
galiba
giving
yine.
away free expansion packs in Battlefield
Oo.
1 and Battlefield 4.
Bunlar da
So just head to
ücretsiz.
battlefield.com for all the details. And next up is EA Play on June 9th, where you'll see multiplayer for the very first time. I hope all of you are as excited.
Evet, 9
as I am for
Haziran'da ilk
Battlefield
kez
5.
multiplayer
Watch that trailer again. Go
gameplay
to
göreceksiniz.
youtube.com/battlefield. And if you want more
Evet,
info,
fragmanı
join some of the
izlemeyi
team
unutmayın.
here with Xbox
Battlefield
One hosting an
5
exclusive post-show on
fragmanı
mixer.com
YouTube'dan izleyebilirsiniz.
/Xbox. That is our show for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I'm Trevor
Evet,
Noah.
bize
Good night.
katıldığınız için teşekkür ederim. Hepinize iyi geceler. Bu kadarmış. Ana hatlarıyla işte bayan karakterlerin de olduğunu gördük. Benim gözüme çarpan şeyler tankla yıkılabilen ev oldu, yapılar oldu. Demek ki tanklarla artık daha fazla yıkılabilir çevrelere kavuşacağız. Aynı Bad Company serilerinde olduğu gibi. Bu güzel bir şey, aradığımız bir şey. Görsel olarak bir tık daha üzerine çıkabilir Battlefield 1'in ama kullanılan grafik motoru aynı olduğu için pek de bir şey beklemiyorum ama Star Wars Battlefront 2 zaten hepimiz bildiği üzere kalitesini göstermiş, kanıtlamış görselliğini. Her ne kadar içi boş bir oyun olsa da, ama o görselleri buraya eklediklerinde iş görür diye düşünüyorum. Zaten herkes de şeydir yani, hemfikirdir Battlefield'ın son oyunlarındaki kaliteden. Evet, bu şekildeydi yayınımız. Kısa bir şey oldu. Egemen hoş geldin. Evet 11'de açtım. Şu anda 11.30 ve yayın bitti. Dolayısıyla benim de yayın bitmek üzere. Battlefield 5'in detaylarını gördük bu videoda. YouTube'a atacağım, oradan tekrarını izleyebilirsin. Şimdilik hoşça kal, görüşürüz. Hepinize bakın. Bay bay.